You have a good job that pays $95,000 a year. It takes 10 hours a day. You work at a desk in an open office with free coffee, a stocked fridge, and company values written on the glass walls in clean letters. Nobody really believes those values. You believe them a little less every week. The idea hits you at 11:20 on a Wednesday night. You have had ideas before, but this one feels different. You cannot explain why. You cannot sleep. You open your laptop and start writing notes. By the next weekend, you have 16 pages, a rough sketch, and one number that will not leave your mind. 30 million freelancers and small businesses in the US face this cash flow problem every quarter. Even a small slice of that market could be big. You stop yourself from finishing the thought, then finish it anyway. You give your job 60 more days. You use them well. You read every failure story from similar startups. You draw the competitive map on your apartment whiteboard, take photos, and redraw it 3 times. You build a financial model you know is not perfect, but its shape feels true. This business can work if you reach product market fit before money runs out. That is the whole game. Your manager says he is sorry and means it. Your parents say they are worried and mean it. Both parts are true. On your last day, you hand in your badge and walk out. The air feels different. It is the same air. You are now a different person. Level 2, the co-founder. You need a true co-founder, not just an employee. The difference matters more than you first think. It will take years to fully understand. You know her from a past job. She was the best product person there, but the company paid her like she was average. She knew it and had been thinking about leaving. You call her on Sunday evening. The talk lasts over 2 hours. You do not sign anything yet, but you both say things you cannot take back. You spend for weeks on the co-founder agreement. Equity split, 4-year vesting with 1-year cliff, and decision rights. What if one wants to leave early? What if an acquisition offer comes and you disagree? You hire a lawyer. It costs $4,500. It will prove to be the best money you ever spend. The first version of the product takes 4.5 months. You work from a cheap shared space that costs $350 a month. The printer jams every Wednesday. You eat lunch at your desk because leaving takes energy. You know it, but you build it anyway. You need to test it to learn. You show it to 16 potential users. 12 are polite. Forgive real feedback. One is a 34-year-old freelance designer. She uses it for 10 days and emails you at 11:40 on a Sunday night. She found a bug, a workflow issue, and a new use case. She says she would pay for it. You sit still after reading that. The second version feels right. She feels it too and refers for friends without being asked. Level 3, the seed round. You raise $1,200,000 from 6 investors. None are big names. 2 are angels from contacts. 1 is a small fund that leads pre-seed deals. The other 3 understand the problem and want a small stake. You are grateful for all of them. The raise takes 14 weeks. You send 178 emails and take 68 meetings. Maniandwi tweets stiller means no. You get better at spotting real no's early and turning the time into useful feedback. The term sheet arrives at 9:40 on a Tuesday. She sees it during a call and her voice changes. The money arrives 24 days later. You do the math right away. To people, 9 months of runway. Hiring more will burn faster. You must build fast enough for a strong Series A story. You hire 3 people, an engineer, a growth lead, and a generalist who handles many tasks. They take below-market salaries and equity. They join because they believe in the problem and trust your honesty about the risks. The partner has seen many companies at this stage. Pre-money valuation is $19 million. Your stake is 37%. Your co-founders is 28%. You focus on real operations. You are 26. You have 12 employees and 18,000 paying customers. Monthly revenue is $92,000 against $175,000 burn. The gap is not yet dangerous, but you know exactly when it will be. Hiring becomes your main job. Every bad hire costs for months. You make for wrong hires and learn from them. You improve the interview process. The next hires are better. Board meetings happen every 6 weeks. You prepare carefully because the stakes are high. Your co-founder sleeps less. You notice it in late-night work and meeting answers. You talk about it, but the conversation feels incomplete as new problems arrive. The horizon keeps moving as you walk forward. Level 5, near death. You have only 6 weeks of runway. The plan gave 13 months, but enterprise sales took longer. One old decision now costs $310,000 to fix. Together, these problems create real danger. Your Series A investors will not lead a bridge. You take 51 meetings in 24 days for acqui-hire offers come. The best would give you about $1,650,000 personally. You sign because the company survives. 3 days later, you lay off 6 people. You speak to each one personally. It is hard. One asks if it is their fault. You tell them honestly it is not. That night, you rebuild the financial model with stricter assumptions. You learn that models show which ideas are costing the most. Level 6. Series B. The Series B closes at $22 million with a top-tier lead. Pre-money valuation is $68 million. You have run the company for 3 years and 8 months. You have 52 employees. You still know most by name. The product now works well. NPS is 71. Renewals are at 93%. Several small contracts have grown much larger. You know the customers and their reasons. You wake at 4:30 every morning to think about the big structural questions before the team arrives. You protect that quiet time. Your co-founder is clearly the CTO. The roles are now separate with their own teams. Communication must be scheduled. The company runs smoother this way. Your parents visit. Your father looks at the dashboard and says something short but true. You needed to hear it from him. You ring the bell on a Tuesday morning in March with 53 long-time employees. The weather is cold and clear. Market cap opens at $2,736 million. After all the dilution, your stake is 8.7%. The number is huge, but it does not feel real yet. What feels real is your co-founder standing beside you. She has been with you longer than anyone. The bell rings. The stock opens higher. You go to lunch and finally eat a real meal. You sit with your co-founder and talk first about a product problem that still needs solving. You realize you must make time for it yourself. You draw the idea on the back of the lunch receipt and keep it. Right now, somewhere in an open office, another person sits at a desk that belongs to someone else. The coffee is free. The values are on the wall. This morning, they read about your IPO. They studied the cap table, the bridge round, the layoff, and the gaps. In old employees' profiles, they did the math 3 times. The number looks big enough to make the risk feel okay. But they know the math cannot be fully trusted. They have quietly picked a date 60 days from now, maybe 90.